Hello, this is Shweta here once again, and here I am back with another story. So listen to this one. Just before the day my visa and passport arrived, I was sitting at the window sill in a mood of languor. My fantasies always gets the better of me. My feet dangled rhythmically against the wall. The to and fro swinging created a chorded melody that harmonized with my thoughts. I felt always like the queen as I would bestow my lethargy over the window pane. It was my palanquin. The sky outside was dotted with fluffed cotton balls floating in the light breeze. As I blew hard at them, a few hastened their flight. My palanquin soared, and it soared higher. The breeze softly lifted me, and I was soon chasing the silvery clouds. The warm, soft rays of the sun embraced me, and my palanquin glittered at its touch. I felt like the mighty goddess of Olympia, unraveling the unexplored. I was almost jerked out of my trance. It was time for breakfast, and Mother was waiting for me at the dining table. I smacked my lips at the sight of my favorite sandwiches. As Mother pressed the glass of milk against my lips, I gulped it effortlessly, gazing at the flower vase embossed with such lovely figures. I tried to think that what potter made this. He must be having magical imagination and brilliant hands. It had a pair of figures made on the vase, an English country girl in her turquoise ginghams and green bonnet, her delicate feet adorned with green Moroccan slippers. She had a gesture of flamboyance and playfulness, her blue eyes smiling and twinkling coquettishly at the young gentleman in his jacket and his trousers. The young fop has been robbed of his senses. He stared at her, drinking her charm till the last dregs. Forever wilt thou love, and she be fair. The maiden almost smiled at my thoughts. Here I was, standing as a silent spectator of their romance, rejoicing in the solitude of my own heart. As the day dawned, a silence enveloped the locality. The ringing of the plates in the kitchen has ceased long back. I sat on my grandpa's old rocking chair, licking jaggery. Bric-a-brac, on went the rocking chair. It rattled in the calm of the house. Gallop, gallop, it was my horse. The wonder horse that galloped over mountains and deserts, that crossed the 7 seas and the 7 continents. We trotted over the dusty roads, leaving behind a whirl of red soil. We rode along the convoluted path that was dotted with hillocks, the golden sun peeping from behind them. The red soil embraced the earth as far as I could see. The cobalt kept glittering along the twirled roads. A row of thick undergrowth borders the path, directing me towards my destination. I halted at the lagoon, the mirror to the sun. It seemed that the sun god was really exhausted, and hence descended to the cool blue water to take a dip. The water gargled in mirth. Imagination has wings, and I had the ability to transcend all without opium. Soon 5 long years went past. I was now at the United States to do my post-graduations in management. Here it was the survival of the fittest. Time flew. Every morning it was a struggle to gobble some tinned food and run for my classes. Fixed schedules, cutthroat competition, and undaunted labor. Besides, I was from India, so I had to put in extra effort to build my identity. Food was a nightmare. Burgers and pizzas became an integral part of my diet. but I tried to stick to bread and milk. Cooking your own food, washing your own clothes, and above all, keeping up with your classes and your assignments was indeed nerve-wracking. Several cups of coffee and a few cigarettes would keep me awake all night, finishing my stuff for the semester. There was no time for fooling around. And there was definitely no time for useless wanderings of the mind. Rules had to be followed strictly, and calculations always went on at the back of your mind. Logic was the key word. The self became a commodity. Life became one big, troublesome race. But still, you carry on because you know what you can achieve at the end of it. My cupboards were stacked with files. I always took care to lock them up safely, as if they were some kind of wealth. Profit and loss, calculations and statistics, and measured execution of projects. Thus, 5 long years went past. Eventually, I became the chief executive officer of a multinational company. My parents, my friends were all proud of me. They celebrated my homecoming with so much of zeal and gusto that I was quite amazed. I walked into my old house this afternoon. Nothing has changed. That same squamish bedroom, dining space, the same doleful ringing of the plates in the kitchen. But that old, worn-out, shabby rocking chair looked so incongruous. Bric-a-brac, it went on rocking to and fro. What a crackling annoyance it is. I need to supplant these old furnitures in the house. A new Italian sofa set with cushions is on my list. The sitting room would then look erudite and sophisticated. Mother never bothered to change the accessories. Look at the old vase, still standing boldly. The picture reminds me of my old days, but needs to be shifted from the hall. The painting must be of the medieval ages, or it might be a Picasso, or a Carrot, or a Raphael. It might be a good idea to sell it. It might fetch me an antique value. Never mind, I thought. A lot has to be changed and turned out of the house. A makeover is necessary. At night, as I rested on my pillow, my eyes caught sight of the window sill where I used to sit 5 long years back. My languid limbs reluctantly carried me towards the window. I tried to sit on it and dangle my feet as I used to do years back. My ankles swayed and hit hard against the wall. I felt some kind of pain. Oh, what am I doing at this late hour? I thought. Have I lost my senses? I kept asking myself. This time desperately trying to see the moonlit garden outside. I strained every nerve of mine to romance with my dreams, but nothing seemed to crop up in my mind. I realized that it's dark outside, very, very dark all over. It is impossible for me to see through this darkness anymore. I guess all is lost in darkness. Thank you.